What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So we have the HVAC in for the most part and the siding's almost done. They're both like 90%, but I was just gonna show you real quick just so you can see it. This is Chloe as normal. She's inspecting. She's the foreman. So over here we have the inlet, whatever, where you put your filter right here. So the air comes in right here, goes all the way down around here. And this is the kitchen slash living room. So it comes in on the kitchen, comes over and here through the closet, and boom, right here. So this is where the air comes in, does this thing, comes back out. So there's 3 outlets right here that you can see. The first one is just for the closet. So it comes up and then it dumps right here for the closet. I have to do better about like where I'm pointing and showing, but closet right there, right? So closet. Second one goes to the other side of the house. First one, we'll just follow it right now. So this goes through the master bath, over the master bath, and I have to step over stuff and try not to trip while I'm doing this. It comes along here. First split right here in the 3 junction is for the master bath. So that's where the master bath, heat and air comes. The second split comes over here for the master bedroom. And the third split, the main trunk, goes to the living room. So I'm trying to make this as least confusing as possible. So right there, that's where our air and AC will come from for the master. And then the main branch goes over here, splits right there in the ceiling. So approximately, I don't know, maybe 6 foot off of that wall in the center of the room. Then goes up to both of those guys right there, and that feeds the living room. So that's the first branch, and then we'll just retrace our steps here. Chloe's here as well, and then this is going to be a vent for the shower vent or whatever. So you can turn the shower fan on. All right. So second, that's the first one. So that goes to the master bathroom, master bedroom, and the front of the house. Second guy here comes up and around through the master bathroom, but about halfway it turns and goes to the other side of the house. So then we walk through here, through the kitchen, in front of the air inlet right there where you change. So the first stop is a branch right here, and it goes to the kitchen. So that goes right over the kitchen sink-ish, a little off, but whatever. And then it keeps going through the washer and dryer room. And then that's where our main branch situation is over the washer and dryer room, over this corner, this back right corner. So first stop is here in the washer and dryer room. Second outlet goes over here to the office. So that's going to be where the office situation is there. And then on this side, you have 2 branches. One goes to the guest bathroom, the other one goes to the guest bedroom. So guest bathroom comes over here, it's right about there, if you can see it right here. And then this one, this back left one as we're looking at it, goes up here to the front of the house for the guest bedroom. So boom. So that's the heat and air situation right now. Looks almost done. We'll start in the back so I can show you. Come on, Chloe, come on. So I can show you what they still have to do. It's raining outside, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So this is the siding. It's shiplap, hardy board on the backs in the front, and then on the sides it's just traditional. So this is where the AC unit's gonna be out here. I've said in previous videos, like you can see the water piling up right here next to the house. Not ideal. And also we own another 10 foot of this. So I have to take a skid steer in here and grade it and cut it back and then probably slope it away from the house so that that ditch is like 10 feet over going that way. So anyways, so this needs to be capped off. That's where the heating and air system will go, or your unit. That's the water in, and that pipe is there just to hold this up but essentially that's where the water comes in. This is the drain valve for the heat and air. That's a hole that they put there because they decided to put a hole in the wall before they knew where the out drain was going to go. So now there's 2 holes. Super excited about that. But this is the side that you pull up on. So this looks pretty good. And then there's a water spigot. The windows are framed in. Looks pretty dope. That is the fan for the bathroom. I'm going to get you a front shot. There's Chloe. The workers like bring sandwiches and stuff, and then they just throw it in the yard. So Chloe's always out here trying to find sandwiches and avocados that they decided to not throw away and just put in my front yard. So here's the front, looking pretty decent. You can tell that there's those shiplap boards need to go straight up, and you can see like how they stacked the siding to where they put the cuts where the boards were going to go over. So it looks pretty good. That's the front. I will say, if you decide to design your own house, make it bigger than you think that you need, because it's always smaller in person if you can afford to. I couldn't afford to make this any bigger, so this is just what we got. And there's the other side. So I don't know, I think once it gets painted I'll have a different opinion, but I like the way this looks better than the shiplap straight up and down. I think the shiplap up and down will look probably pretty classy once it's painted, but right now I just don't see it. So whatever my wife picks out her colors for the house. There's the other bathroom fan vent. And then on this back side, we already showed you, but that's the dryer vent right there. I don't think I had that in the first time we were back here, so I'm trying to turn this back on. That's where the dryer vent's right there. So it actually goes up, over, and out. I've never had one like that before. I've never done that, so I'm thinking that if we have to clean it out, all the excess, like not fibers, but excess fuzz and stuff that, you know, happens whenever you dry clothes, I think it'll just stack right there. So if we just it won't go up and over and get stuck in the long ways. I don't know, we'll see. I hope that that's not a thing later, but we'll see how it goes. But I have to take the skid steer and grade this hill out, so I have to slope it down, and it's already kind of sloping. I just need to cut it into the slope and then just keep that going just a little bit lower. So, and then good, and then I'll be able to drive my truck around the back. We can't drive around the front because the septic's in the front, so that kind of sucks. Oh, and that was funny. I guess when they cleaned up earlier, they got this, but there was like a donut on top of here, which I don't know if you can still see like a circle where it was. Nah, but somebody had like a donut right there, so it was kind of funny. That's our septic in, where it turns. Is these like out of the ground pipes, these guys, they're not connected to anything. That's just marking like a higher point where that is, so that they know to not break it or where it is and stuff. But quick video. Chloe's out here getting wet. I think I told you in the last video, but I had to move the internet to right here. It was over there on that pole, but I ran, like you can see it, I ran an Ethernet and a drop cord over here. I cut the bottom of this board and just hit it in with a sledgehammer, and now that my internet's there. So power, internet, Chloe. So that's it. And this is our humble abode while we build our house in the camper. These neighbors really love it. They think that's super classy, so I really enjoy them coming out and just watching us in our camper. It's awesome. But that's it. Oh, there's an avocado in that. Chloe, I've been catching her doing that. They've dumped avocados in there in that hole, so she's just sneaking over there to get a little avocado. But anyways, that's it. We'll see you in the next one. What's next is electricity. So I have a buddy coming over, Raymond E-Step. I don't think he'll care if I went to school with him, so he's gonna come over here and quote us and give us a price for what's going on there, and then hopefully if he comes in where we want him to, he'll start that as soon as possible. He does good work though, so we've used him for a while. He's a good dude. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next one. Peace.